bottom on the tee, Lewis Pearce.
Bye, well, guys. Yeah, enjoy, mate.
Right, okay, this is Tony Joes from, you're a director with the Jamega Tour?
Yeah.
Jamega Tour, and if you don't know anything about the Jamega Tour, we're going to look into some of the reasons behind it and the ethos behind it and what it actually does for young aspiring players. Because we know all about the European Tour, obviously, and we've seen the Challenge Tour and the Euro Pro Tour, so this is kind of, I would say, a performance tour, but also people can make some money. So when did you start this, or when did you become a part
2004 we started it.
Wow, okay.
And primarily it was Gary Harris, who was a Brabazon winner. He was the England boys captain when David Howell was in the team.
Sure.
They grew up together. David obviously has gone on to bigger and better things. Gary hasn't.
Right, okay.
So that's where we're at.
And that started, so 2004, and did you have a couple of events, or did you go straight on and do a full schedule?
No, we had about 10 to start with.
All in England?
Yeah. All the southern half of England, in fact, because obviously costs involved in travel and time.
Sure.
So yeah, we started off at Frilford Heath, paid a fortune for it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And lost a lot of money.
Right,
I think we had 18 players.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And we had a great guy win the first, virtually all of our tours events for the first year, a guy called John Hoskinson, who was ex-European Tour. He's now a senior. But he used to come along, and we wrote the check out before he
Oh, really?
More or less, yeah.
Okay, so it's because amateurs can play in it. I've played in a couple of these in the past, but amateurs can play and professionals.
Yep.
And you pay your money.
Now it's 220.
220. Oh, okay.
So they pay
that's for
220, but the majority of that goes back into the prize fund. And the prize fund we have this year, we're guaranteeing £11,000 minimum.
Okay, that's great.
And that's with a £3,500 first prize, which is also guaranteed.
Okay.
So for the whole season, that's been the numbers.
And what would you say is the kind of get your money back point? Sort of 10 or 11 for top 10, something like that?
I would say 10/11, and we pay out 20% of the field. So say we've got 80, but quite obviously that's 16.
Okay, great. And obviously you've got costs involved in renting, you know, the golf clubs, etc. So we know where all the money goes, you know.
Yeah.
So these are guys primarily that are maybe struggling on a different tour, or are they sort of West Region Pro, or they're sort of professionals in their pro shops?
Really, I mean, a lot of these guys, in fact, are what they class as tournament pros.
Yeah.
So they've gone through the amateur ranks, they've played a lot of the amateur stuff, and then they don't know where to go. By coming to something like this, it gives them the opportunity to advance their competitive edge, if you like, because you can't, as I said to you earlier, that you just cannot get the experience by hitting golf balls on a driving range.
Absolutely.
Or playing with your mates. You actually have to play in a competitive field, and preferably on more than one day, you know, because that tends to be a winner that could be a flash in the pan.
And this is 36 holes, is it? Yeah, over 2 days. So,
yeah, we always do that.
Well, there's not really much of not in between. It seems like there's a lot of pro-ams that professionals can play in, and then which they have 18 holes with an amateur, and then they end up winning some prize money. And then there's very little else. It's a great thing to step into, because it's not 72 holes either, it's 36, and, you know, which is quite good.
It's more affordable. It's more affordable. You know, if you go to 72 holes, or even 54, it costs that much more in accommodation.
Sure, yes, of course, you're staying.
And that happens with Euro Pro. I mean, Euro Pro probably costs, with accommodation and such, like about £800.
Sure.
It's a lot of money to find.
It is, yeah. It's the whole routine, and you know, you've got to stay there for a few days. There's a practice round involved as well, etc.
Yep, that's true.
Do these guys get a practice round? Or, oh, that's great. So they can come the day before.
We have official practice on the Sunday before each tournament. Our tournaments are generally Monday, Tuesdays, the odd exception. But,
fantastic. And how many's in the field?
This one we've got 63. We normally like to average in the order of 80 to 90.
Okay.
But this is the end of the season. it's getting a bit cold.
Yeah.
Tour school and all the rest is around, you know. So there are lots of opportunities at this time of year, you know, for guys to go off and do something else.
I've seen a few Challenge Tour players. I think Liam Robinson's out there, and there's a few other guys. So it's nice that they're still supporting, you know, coming back and trying to make some money around this at this time of year as well.
Yeah, well, I actually think someone like Liam, you know, and in fairness, he plays more with us than he does with the Challenge Tour. So,
right, okay.
We got another one, Jamie Abbott, and Jamie's played a few on the Challenge Tour. And he does very well with us, but he struggles when he goes to the next level. So if you win, so this a points accumulative or a money accumulative thing. Do you do a little thing for the person who wins? We do Order of Merits. We actually do 4 Order of Merits. And the reason for doing that is to encourage people to play with us. So if they don't get anywhere, and say in the first 4 or 5 tournaments, then it all starts again.
Right. Okay.
So they've always got something to aim for.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And the prize winner of that will go to Portugal on our partner tour, which is the Portugal Pro Golf Tour.
Okay.
And they go down there and they get all their entry fees paid.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
so that is quite a big bonus,
And so it doesn't feed to the Euro Pro or Challenge Tour or anything. It's just more of an individual item that stands alone, if you like, rather.
Very much so. Yeah. We can't get status to have progression on the Challenge Tour purely because it's done with a satellite tour basis, and Euro Pro has got that.
Okay, got that. Yeah. So, but I mean, I see it as a feeder as far as playing wise, because you get the experience of playing, as we were saying.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great thing. But great. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll put some links below if any of you guys want to play in it. So, is an amateur they win some money or not? Or it's
no, we don't. No, but there are prizes, but it's not.
Okay, so it's like a voucher-based thing, is it?
It's again trips down to Portugal and things like that. So it's a good incentive for the amateurs, and more so it's about trying to play with their future peer group.
Yeah, sure.
If you like.
So all the information is going to be put below if you'd like to play in it, or what you should do is come along to these events, because there's some great players out there that you can follow around. I mean, you like having support around there, people can come and watch people, and you know, it's always a great thing to see. So get along. Thanks very much for your time. And,
thank you, sir.
Good luck for the future.
Yeah, cheers.
Right, okay, so here's the boys. This is the top 3 at the moment after the first 36 holes in the Jamega Tour in the Players Club. So what's your name?
Dale.
And what are you at the moment?
I am 5.
5 under.
Liam Robinson.
Liam Robinson and
Hall 7.
7 under. So these boys are the boys to beat. I heard there's a bigger prize for you today if one of you wins. Is it yourself? If you win, is there a...
Yeah, I think it's myself.
Yourself, you get the exemption if you...
Yeah, I get exemption for all my entries paid for next year.
And is that because you've won a few things earlier on, or what's that?
Yeah, it's just the last 5 events. There's a little order of running.
So fingers crossed, you guys. How was the course playing yesterday? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It's green's right this time of year, just about. Yeah, a few putts. Pretty much. Well, so hopefully look on the website, the Jamega Tour website, and see if these guys won, and come out and follow them at the next event. Next year, and I'll do better research then. Okay, so good luck, guys. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Well, dude.
Sponsored by Blackphone UK with a score of 5 under par on the tee, Liam Robinson. Leading the field with a superb score of 7 under par on the tee, Ben Hall.